Love Island, season 8, episode 2. This episode was crazy. If I had to title it something, I would call it What the Thruple, because the stunt they pulled with this Paradise Cove was wild, wild as hell. And I'm starting to think season 8 is straight up a humiliation ritual. Like, they're trying to do the most they could do to embarrass people. Because, starting out with bringing those people into the Paradise Cove, I think is what they call it, it sounds good in theory, but when you have them having two people trying to go after one person, and it's really only two at this point, it might mess around and be 3 or 4, depending on how many people are free or available. But naturally, how dating works, if you like one person, that other person is just going to kind of be a third wheel, and that happened both times. It was super strange. It happened with Bryce, and then it happened with Trinity. Like, right, both of them end up standing there in the corner just taking notes. You know what I'm saying? And luckily, Bryce kind of played it up and made it fun, and just didn't look like a weirdo with it. He kind of tried to joke his way out of it, that's all you can really do in a situation. When she's not choosing up on you and she's going with Zach, all you can do is have fun with it, right? Even with their date, it was kind of weird. They had a weird energy. Like, she kissed him again just to make sure, like, yeah, I know I was right. I'm not fucking with this dude. So it was cute, right? Very funny. But I will say, Kenzie, if we could do like a little crash out meter, that would be perfect for her, man. I need to figure out if I can get something like that up, because if it's like code blue all the way to like red to the highest level of crashtivity, right at the beginning, it was like light. She was laughing, kind of coming apart a little bit. I think she was crying, but at the end of the episode, she was code red for sure. Highest level of crashtivity. And, honestly, I'm here for it. If she's not going to find love, she might as well fuck up somebody else's love, right? So I'm here for it. What she did at the end, that was lovely. And Zach played into it. He got some points from me for sure for that, because I loved how he did that. That was funny. That was good TV. That was giving me some of the peak Love Island TV for sure. So I thought that was funny. But back to the Paradise Cove, it was just weird because you have both people in the place with you, and it was weird. And then just kind of going into like 2 guys and a girl. I know this is probably like, patriarchal or whatever, but, or, like, kind of like a double standard. But the 2 guys with the girl, it seemed weird. It almost seemed like, it seemed strange. It seemed like she seemed comfortable, but not. They try to make her as comfortable as possible. And you see with her, she ended up kind of just picking somebody to kind of lay with, right? The guy, it was different. It's almost like a threesome with the guy. So with him, he was Gabriel. He was trying to be cool with both of them, but you could tell he was feeling Bernice more. Was it Bernice? It looks like he was feeling her more, right? So with that, he went in for the kiss with her, and Trinity was standing there like, oh, that's nice, being a homegirl, right? So I really, really hope for her, all my black girls, all my sisters, especially the darker sisters, y'all cannot be everybody's homegirl. Y'all can't. I understand y'all want to be a girl's girl. Y'all want to look out for y'all girls. Kill all that, man. Like, I get it. You don't want to be a hater, but don't be everybody's cheerleader. That shit is killing me, man. Like, if anything, I feel like, I know y'all want to stay on there for clout, but just leave. I'm telling you, Black Twitter will hold y'all up. Just leave. Get up out of there, because this shit is a humiliation ritual. If you go in there and you watch Gabriel tongue down Beatrice, and you sitting there looking with a smile on your face and looking like a proud mama or something, it's fake. We know you want to be kissing this man, And I'm just interested to see where she even goes with this. Like, where can she even go? Because I guess Sean said he was interested in her. Sean might just try to make a play for her. And honestly, it kind of works out perfectly, because Bryce, being a blonde-haired white guy, and Kenzie being a blonde-haired white woman, you would think naturally they would just kind of get together, right? And Sean and, what is her name? Sean and Trinity should just get together, right? I mean, I think he said that she was like his top 2, and I'm sure she's interested in him. She seemed like she wants somebody on the lighter side. Why not just do that, right? Until what they really want come in and choose them, right? So, and I will say, Sean, he had to be my MVP for this episode, because my respect for him went up a whole lot, man. He handled that very well. Like, he handled that like how I would imagine me handling that in a situation, right? Like, I was a little worried for a minute when he was talking to the boys, and he was like, yeah, I just want to talk to her and have a conversation. I was like, bro, go into the mirror and repeat 3 times, I am not a simp. I am not a simp. I am not a simp. And then walk out every morning in that villa with your chest out and your head held high, because you was not going to simp for her. We are going to defund simping this year. Trust me, bro, because if you went in there and tried to like make things right with her, or cook up breakfast and have old boy cook up breakfast and have old J Balvin cook up breakfast too, hell no. Fuck all that. A simp dies 1,000 deaths. Remember that, ladies and gentlemen. A simp dies 1,000 deaths. So do not simp over this girl. This girl, when she was talking to them other people, she knew damn well she did him wrong, and she still was like, "F it, I'm gonna have a good time. I'm gonna have fun." Now, if she want to have a conversation with him, like he said, she'll talk to him. I mean, he'll talk to her, and he'll hear her out and see how she feels about stuff, and that's cool, right? But it's done. It's dead. You know what I'm saying? Because you wanted to look around. Unless you want to stay around on some strategic stuff, but other than that, nah, that's dead. So he played that perfectly. Like, if I had a son and I was trying to tell him how to navigate that, that's exactly how I would tell him how to do that. Even at the end, when J Balvin sat down next to him, shook his hand, like, "What's up, bro? Welcome to the villa." Because the player way, the P way, is not you, is her. I don't have an issue with you. You got an objective to handle. Do what you got to do. And at the end of the day, shit, I might be better off with somebody anyway. If she looking at me like this, I might be better off anyway. So I'm not even tripping on you. You cool. We might even be homies. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not tripping on you. So I really respect that. He don't need to be too mad at her or none of that. If she want to have a convo, keep it cool. I understand feelings are there. You want to I would want to see why she didn't want to continue with him, because he doesn't know. She didn't say, and she said she didn't say why. So it's going to be icky. I know, to say that, like, "Hey man, I don't really want to mess with nobody with no kids. I don't want to mess with your kid or none of that stuff. I don't be nobody's stepmama." That's tough. That's icky. It's not a really good way to say that, honestly, but you just got to say it. You got to put your big girl panties on and just thug it out. I don't know what else to tell you. You got to just say it. So that was cool. He handled his shit though, man. He let his nuts drop, and he was handling his shit. So, and for him, being an attractive dude, handling it the right way, he has options now. He got Kenzie, desperate ass, throwing herself at him, and Trinity will probably go. Trinity will probably do it, until somebody else come into the place. So I think he's gonna be straight. Me and my wife both were saying, like, man, if he goes home, when them two was standing up at the end and they maybe had to vote somebody out, I feel like in those scenarios they usually vote out the guy, because the girls are gonna band together and there's gonna be one dude that's gonna vote with his girl. I was worried for my boy. I was like, damn, if they got to vote, they might vote him out, because Kenzie been crying all over the place and showing all 5 stages of grief over this dude she knew for 2 days and shit, but with the dark features, right? I was like, damn, they might vote him out. So I'm glad they didn't do that yet. So if they get a chance to, what they're going to do? They're going to bring in 2 bombshells, a guy and a girl, or maybe 2 guys and 1 girl. It's going to be an odd number, right? So somebody got to get sent home. So I feel like he's pretty safe. I don't see any scenario where he could go home out how he planned it, right? But just looking through the episode, the second most important person in this episode was probably Kenzie. She had some pretty interesting crash outs, like all the way from Code Blue, Code Orange, all the way to Code Red at the end, right? I would say anytime she cried, that was probably in the middle of the level of crash out, right? So it is just like, oh yeah, when she broke down with her girls, that was probably Code Red, I would say. That was Code Red. You breaking down and having your girls hold you and console you and stuff. And it's just like, I understand you sad, you feel rejected, but that same shit happened to KC to a certain extent, right? Like, it happened to him. Nobody was behind his door. And he held his head up. So she's taking a little too hard. And I feel like that's something beyond this show. For her to take it like she's taking it, that's something past this show. That's not like a thing of her being sad about this British man leaving her. It's like she's dealt with that a lot. Like, that gives the feel like she's tried to get the guy, the finest guy in her fucking town. And what was she, in Swanee, Georgia or something like that? That gives the vibe like she's trying to get the hottest guy in her town, and he either plays her or pumps her and dumps her. Because for her to say she always picks the cheater when y'all wasn't together, y'all barely, it's like, to call him a cheater, to even put him in that realm was wild to me. And she definitely needs to kind of talk to that, because that was strange to put anything on him when he was about as clear as he could be without being an asshole. I don't know how any clearer you could put it to where I don't necessarily go for blinds. I used to go for dark features. What kind of dark features? Really dark features. When they was in the bed and he had a pillow in between them, like, hey, no touching. She's thinking it's flirting. If you're Delula, you think it's flirting. If you're in the real world, not Euphoria, you're in the real world, like, hey, he might not really want to cuddle with me, right? That's probably clue number 3 or 4, right? Clue 5 is just how he's looking at you. Clue 6 is him not standing in the green part. It was so many clues, like, and I don't know. She needs to have a accountability partner with her, man. We're gonna treat her like a drug program at this point. She need to have somebody there that be like, hey, girl, what did he say? How did he say it? Yeah, you need to look into that. You need to take that serious. She need to have somebody to just let her know, like, hey, he's not just saying this for no reason. There's something behind this. There's something behind this. You got to take this serious, girl, because that right there is not a little thing he just said. So she needs to have that because this being the Lulu shit is cute when you land on your feet. It's like a cat getting thrown out the window and them landing on their feet. It's cool because they always land on their feet. But if you go out there and you don't land on your feet, it's not cute. You look crazy. And right now, she's looking crazy. So she got to get on that. She got to tighten up for sure. I feel like my boy KC, he needs to stay open. I know things seem like they're going good. He seems like stuff is going fine, but I just don't want my boy to get blindsided. Like, Anaya is moving really, really crazy. I won't say really crazy. She's being really covert with it. She's being really slick with it. She's seeming like they're cool, but she's dropping little hints. She's talking to Sean in the bathroom, and she's being kind of sneaky. Like, he need to keep an eye out for her, and he doesn't know that. I'm not even coming to him because, as far as you can see, they're cool. They're chilling. They're in a good space, but he don't know she's moving weird. She's moving kind of funny on the back end, and she's being sneaky. The only time you really get accosted for that in Love Island is if you don't be honest with what you're thinking or how you're feeling. So if she comes to him one day and be like, hey, I'm interested in talking to Sean, that's really important because it seems like him and Sean are cool. So you need to make sure you have that conversation. If you had a conversation, you can't really trip. So I really hope KC keep it open. He said he was a fuckboy in the past, so he can be or whatever. I think he should be straight, but got to keep an eye out for that, right? Got to keep an eye out. Also, the situation with Gabriel when he was doing these dates, he was not rocking with Trinity. It was kind of wild to see, the amount of space between them was crazy. And it was like she was third wheeling it kind of terrible. But then on the date with Beatrice, I was telling my wife, and we both were saying, like, her and this damn retainer is going to piss me off. And it only stood out really because when she was on a little beach date and she had to eat the strawberries, she took them out. And it just was something that was like not as annoying. That damn retainer is going to be the death of me. I promise you. That's going to be my 14th reason, goddamn, because that shit was just, I don't know. It's something weird about it. It's like top and the bottom retainers. It's like, I feel like, can't you just take them out today and just have them on when you go to bed or something? That was wild to me. That was like a little gripe. And then lastly, I would say Sincere with, I think her name is Melanie. That's going to be kind of weird. That's going to be kind of strange. Like, he's cool right now, but I feel like Melanie is going to self-sabotage it. Because the way she was tripping over that new girl who came in, the bombshell, she was bugging over that. Like, she asked that man 27 questions before he could even answer one. It's like, how did she look? How tall was she? Was her hair kinky or curly? Was she mixed? Did she have a fat ass? Does she have two brothers? How many siblings does she have besides them? It's like, damn, let me relax. And you can see it on his face. All the blood draw from his face, and he was visibly getting the ick. And it's not a problem right now because that's just one little thing, right? And they seem to be good overall. But she said it to him, though. She said it to him like she's really insecure. And it's like, I don't see why. She's dope. She's really cool. She's pretty, has a nice body. She got it going on. So it's like, she don't need to be so insecure. Like, be cool, because when you act like that, you're saying you're my best friend, we homies, whatever that shit she was talking. He don't see it like that. You're not acting like a homie. When you meet up with a homie, he not asking you a million questions about something simple. That nigga, we getting together, we getting a beer, we watching the game. Like, simple as that. Like, she's doing a lot, and she's gonna play herself out of her position if she don't relax, because only difference between her and a new bombshell is really gonna be confidence. Like, if a new bombshell comes in, she's confident. She makes the other girl look unconfident because she's gonna be pretty. She's gonna be some pressure, I'm sure. If she comes in looking like how he want to look, acting like how he wanted to act, he might flip on her and she might lose a dude again. And she's gonna feel that prophecy, that self-fulfilling prophecy she had at last episode, where she's like, I always lose the guys and it'd be your fault. Like, there was no reason for her to do all that. And I could tell he had the ick and he wanted to get out of that place. I felt like the fireplace was cool. That was cute. Again,
kiss.
It's like, why? Why did y'all have to do that? Like, they've been kissing. That's weird. Like, I thought that was strange. So I thought that was cool. Played it how we thought it would. The fireplace was cool. KC, he gonna have to chill a little bit. I get it. He's funny. He's probably a little goofy. He trying to do his little 1-2, but you gonna have to relax with all that, bro. Every time, unless you that guy. If you that guy, cool. But you not, bro. You open the door's empty. Like, why are you feeling so confident right now to laugh at other people? That would be my question. If I was a Naya, I'd be like, why do you feel so comfortable laughing at other people's struggles? Because it's just like, why? Why are you doing that? We understand stuff is like awkward and shit, but he was doing a little much to me. in my humble opinion. So that would be all I would say with that one. But this episode, man, it's just further showing that this shit is a humiliation ritual. Like, I don't understand what they own, but they gotta chill, man. They gotta chill. They doing a lot. It's being strange, you know. And we haven't even done no games yet. We just been doing like competitions, and little nasty competitions. They haven't even done it yet, and it's already like wilding. Like, what's going on? But that's probably my thoughts for today. Here, I would say we're gonna have to turn it up a little bit. We need some more bombshells in here. I think right now we need another black girl. Nah, we just got that Haitian and German girl. So we probably could use another Spanish or probably a white, I guess, just to be fair. And on the guy side, they just brought in Gabriel. They could use a black guy, probably like a big black guy, like a guy that's like overly big, because these other dudes is like on the smaller side. And then probably like a white boy to give Bryce a little pressure. If we do that, that'd be nice. I'm calling that now. I want to see something like that happening. We didn't even get a preview, so I kind of like that. I'm making a preview now. So hopefully the end of the next episode, we get some new bombshells in. We're going to see. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Comment down below, and I'll talk to y'all soon.